This past Sunday, my family and I spent the day in New Jersey visiting relatives. Before heading back to Brooklyn, we decided to let the kids burn off some energy at a local park. While driving from Morristown to Livingston, New Jersey, I noticed police cars stationed at nearly every corner. Coming from New York, that didn't seem unusual, so I didn't think much of it. About 10 minutes later, I saw a beautiful sign that read, Joseph Kushner Hebrew Academy. I heard glowing reviews of this school, so I took a brief detour to explore the grounds. I slowly drove around the building and fields, and from the outside, the campus radiated a sense of care and holiness, a true beacon of Jewish education. Just as I continued toward the park, my brother-in-law, who was traveling a few minutes behind me, called me and asked, "Did you see Air Force One?" Confused, I replied, "No. Where?" He said, "You drove right by it. Didn't you notice all the police cars near the airport? You can see Air Force One sitting on the runway right from the road." Now, as a proud American, the chance to glimpse this iconic aircraft was thrilling. I debated turning around, but time didn't allow it. Strangely enough, I had passed one of the most recognized symbols of American power, and I hadn't noticed. My brother-in-law then listed other architectural landmarks along the route. Again, I admitted I hadn't noticed any of them. But there was one thing that I did notice. I saw the sign for Kushner Hebrew Academy, and I felt an inner pull to explore it. Unlike gleaming jets or prestigious buildings, the sight of a Jewish school stirred reverence and curiosity. Something within me recognized the sacred grounds where children gather to learn, pray, and grow in friendship. In this week's Parsha, Parshat Balak, the non-Jewish prophet Bilam is summoned to curse the Jewish people. Yet, instead of cursing, he offers profound blessings. One thing that deeply impresses Bilam is the arrangement of the Israelite tents in the desert. Ma tovu ohalecha Yaakov mishkenosecha Yisrael. How goodly are your tents, Jacob. The rabbis explain that each tent was positioned to preserve the modesty and dignity of its neighbors. No doors faced one another, not because it was commanded, but because it simply felt right. Bilam noticed something the Israelites may not have realized about themselves, the quiet sanctity woven into their everyday lives. Much like my own experience, with all the visual distractions around me, I couldn't help but notice the holiness of a place devoted to Torah, tefillah, and Jewish values. There's a well-known experiment called the black dot exercise. It's when a professor hands out a sheet of paper with a single black dot in the center and asks students to describe what they see. Almost everyone focuses on the dot, its size, its shape, its position, but no one mentions the vast white space surrounding it. The professor then goes on to explain, "You all focus on the black dot, ignoring the white space. That's how we often view life. We fixate on small problems, and we overlook the abundance of good all around us. In much the same way, we sometimes get caught up in things that don't really matter. They glitter, they shine, they dazzle, but we forget to notice what's truly important and right in front of our eyes: meaningful education and genuine connection." Reflecting on what happened, I felt a tinge of sadness for missing Air Force One, but I was far more grateful for what I did see. Modesty holds a quiet charm. It's magnetic. People naturally gravitate toward it. Bilam noticed it and called attention to it. We, in turn, recite his words each morning in our opening prayers. May we always notice the things that truly matter and not be distracted by what doesn't. May we carry ourselves with modesty and grace as proud ambassadors of Hashem. I wish you a good Shabbos.